Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. रिकॉर्ड आपका यहाँ का रिकॉर्ड वीआईसी का रिकॉर्ड कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय हरि बोल हरि बोल जय गौर प्रेमानंदे श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की हृदय गौर प्रेमानंदे गौरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. You are welcome for continuing to our study of Bhakti Shastri, nectar of instruction. After celebrating Srila Rupa Utsav for 3 days, we should be more enthusiastic to understand the teaching of Srila Rupa Goswami. So we are starting our nectar of instruction, verse number 7. Siyat Krishna Nama Charita Disita Pi Avidya Pita Uttapatapta Rasanasya Narochikano Kintvadaradanudenam khalo saiva jushta Swadavi kramada bhavati tadagandgada mulahantari स्यात् कृष्णनाम चरितादिसीता प्यविद्या पीत उत्पतप्तरसनस्य नरोचिकानो किन्त्वादरादनुदेनं खलु सैव जुष्टा स्वादविकर्माक्रमाद भवति तदगतमूलहन्तरी Repeat, please.
स्यात् कृष्ण नाम चरितादिसितापि अविद्या
स्यात् कृष्ण नाम विद्या
हितो वपतोक्त रसानस्य नारुचिकानो
पीत उत्पतप्तरसनस्य नरोचिकानो
अदराद अनुदिनं कलौ सैव जुष्टा
किन्तो आदरादनुदिनं खलु सैव जुष्टा
स्वाद्विकर्मा भवति तदकदा मूलहन्त्री
स्वाद्वै क्रमाद भवति तदगतमूलहन्तरी
स्यात् कृष्ण नाम चरितादिसिताप्यविद्या
स्यात् कृष्ण नाम चरितादिसीताप्यविद्या
पीतोपतप्तरसनस्य नरोचिकानो
पीतोत्पतप्तरसनस्य नरोचिकानो
किन्त्वादरादनुदिनं खलु सैव दृष्ट्या
किन्तोदरादनुदिनं खलु सैव जुष्टा
स्वाद्विक्रमाद्भवति तद्गतमूलहन्त्री
स्वाद्विक्रमाद् भवति तदवद्मूलहन्तरि देवियो स्यात् कृष्ण नाम चरितादिसिताप्यविद्या पीत उत्पतप्तरसनस्य नरोचिकानो किन्त्वादरादनुदिनं खलु सैव जुष्टा विक्रमाद भवति तदगतमूलहन्तरी. Now for a minute you just meditate how many words in the verse you know in your own language. Yes. Which word you know? Charita, Nam Charitadi. And before that is Krishna. So Krishna's holy name, Charita means his pastime, Adi means his characteristic, his abode, everything. Okay? Rupa, Nam, Guna, Dham, Leela, everything. So you know Krishna Nam Charitadi. Yes. Which other word you know? Avidya, ignorance. Okay. Yes. Pita, utpatapta. Pita means? Pita means generally yellow. Pita means yellow. Okay. Anudinam, every day. Rasanasya, tongue. Rasanasya means the organ which is used for taste. Tongue. Okay. Huh? Rochika. Rochika, which is very tasty. very tasty. Okay. Adrad, Adar, somebody is coming, give him respect. Adar means respect. Adrad, okay. Huh? Kramata. Which word you are saying? Bhavati. Or some rest. Some words are just, these to complete the sentence in the end. So the main words, some more words. Mula means root. Hantri. Hant means to destroy, to finish. So completely uprooted it means. Something is there which can be completely uprooted. Okay. Swadi, taste. Swadi, sabzi swadi hai. Swadi means taste. Swadi, taste. Kramad? Kramad? Step by step, okay? Now only one word, if you know, then things can be okay. Saiva. Saiva. Sarva. Seva karna, seva. It's okay? It means 80% of the word you know. Or the rest all are the, to complete the sentence something. Now, Srila Prabhupada translates the holy name, character, pastime and activities of Krishna. Now, which word is there? Krishna? Syat Krishna Nam Charitadi. Syat means is. Just a word. So the holy name, character, pastime and activities of Krishna are. This word are is Syat. All transcendently sweet. One word you have not told me. Sita api. Sita means sweet. Sita means sweet. The one meaning of Sita is cold. So Sita means cold, Sita ritu. But here Sita means sweet. Sita api. Api means even it is very sweet, but are transcendently sweet like sugar candy. Sita api. And then, although the tongue of a one afflicted by jaundice of avidya, ignorance, apya avidya pita utpatta rasnasya. Holy name is tasty, but the tongue is inflicted with a disease called jaundice. In jaundice, there is a yellow coloration of the skin, eyes. So it's called pita, means yellow. And this disease, jaundice, is compared to avidya or ignorance. The disease, jaundice, is compared to avidya or ignorance. Cannot taste anything sweet. Na rochika, no. Because there is a disease, there is no taste for the sugar candy. So now, the first two lines explain two things. A disease condition and a normal condition. In normal condition, the holy name of Krishna, his pastime, his character, his abode, all are very sweet. But abnormally, when there's ignorance, then there is no taste for holy name. As when somebody is suffering from a disease of liver called jaundice, his tongue is not recognize the sweet taste of sugar candy and say it's bitter. Is it clear? Two lines. One is the normal and one is the disease condition. Now, when we get a disease condition, then what is the cure? The cure is kintu. Kintu means if somebody is diseased. Adarad means with respect, with attention, cautiously. Anudinam every day. Khalau saiva jushta, if one chant, certainly if one chants, Swadvi, he will develop taste, Kramad, step by step, and then Datada Gada Mula Hantari, then his disease will be treated at the root. So, if a patient of jaundice, you regularly every day give this sugar cane juice, then his liver will be cured, and the sugar cane which was bitter in the beginning will now he recognize it is very sweet because now disease is completely cured. Similarly, by chanting regularly with caution and attention, holy name of Krishna and his hearing his pastime regularly, then step by step our ignorance or avidya will be uprooted completely and we will develop taste for holy name. Is it okay? You understand the meaning of the mantra very clearly? So which stage, you know the Rupa Goswami's stage, 9 stages of devotional service, step by step from Shraddha. So, I mean, generally, what do you think, which stage should be this verse? Anartha Nivarti, and then taste is developing also. So, Nishtha, Ruchi, Nishtha that every day I will chant, and Ruchi that we will develop taste as soon as disease is cured. So, say Anartha Nivarti, Nishtha, Ruchi, they all are here in one sense. Now we are going to the purport. Purport, the first paragraph describes holy name is like sugar candy and avidya is like jaundice. So in the first paragraph, Srila Prabhupada describes the first 2 lines of the verse. Second paragraph, disease condition and healthy of the soul. Disease condition of the soul and healthy condition of the soul. On the side of the book you write, then it will be easy. The paragraph number 3 and 4, Krishna consciousness, the remedy for the gross ignorance. Krishna consciousness, the remedy for gross ignorance. In paragraph number 5, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is the cure for the disease of avidya. Now this is the question of your question bank, paragraph number 6. The 3 stages of chanting. And the 7 to 10 paragraph, chanting of the Hare Krishna takes one from Shraddha, which means faith, to the Prem, means love of God, and destroy avidya. So this purport is 10 paragraph. As such, that it appears there is no Anuvarti Tika. But they have both Piyush Varshini and Anuvarti are there. Now we are starting paragraph number 1. Open your book and start reading with me. Maybe sometime I will read wrong intentionally, so you have to be cautious when looking in your book. The holy name of Lord Krishna, his quality, his pastime, and so forth are all of the nature of absolute truth, beauty, and bliss. Absolute nature of absolute truth, comma, beauty and bliss. The beauty is form of the Krishna. Krishna's form is very beautiful. Rupa Madhuri. And bliss, which means ecstasy, which is ananda, that is his Swarupa Shakti, which is included within him. Aladini Shakti. That's bliss. So, naturally, they are very sweet. It means his form is sweet, his roop is sweet, his name is sweet, his pastime is sweet. Sir Roop Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Prem Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, these are all sweet. Madhuri means sweet. You know these four words? Krishna has 4 qualities more than Narayan. Generally 50 qualities are in human beings. The same 50 are more refined in demigods. 4 more are in Lord Shiva, which are not in human beings. And 4 more than Lord Shiva are in Narayan, they are not in Shiva. So 50 and 54, 58, right? But there are, I think there are 5 Lord Shiva, 5 Lord Narayan, so they are 60. And 4 qualities are exclusively in Krishna, which are not in Narayan. And then they have made a percentage of this, 78%, 90%, something like that. Percentage of 50, 55, 60, 64. So they made the percentage. You can get in both ways in the books. So what are the 4 special qualities of Krishna? Rupa Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Prem Madhuri, and Venu Madhuri, which means flute. So here naturally they are very sweet, means all these 4 are very sweet. And compared to like sugar candy, which appeals to everyone. Now avidya. Nescience, which means avidya, ignorance, however, is compared to disease called jaundice, which is caused by bilious secretion. This is greenish yellow secretion of the liver. It's called bile, which has a digestive effect. Attack by jaundice, the tongue of a diseased person cannot palatably relish sugar candy. Ordinarily, when there is a fever, you couldn't taste things, The taste is lost. The tongue, is always like salty. There's no taste at that time. In fever, generally there's no taste. In corona, it was very common, one of the symptoms, people lose taste. So here, a tongue has lost taste, actually. It's what it means. On the tongue, there are taste buds, which differentiate the sweet, pungent, and salty, all different tastes. But they are now not functioning because of disease. So the sugar candy is not sweet. Rather, a person with jaundice considers something sweet to taste very bitter, because tongue taste buds are dearranged. Avidya, which means ignorance, similarly prevent the ability to relish the transcendently palatable name, qualities, form and pastime of Krishna. It's very simple, very jaundice, no taste for sugar candy. Ignorance, no taste for holy name. It's simple. It's very as simple as like that. Despite this disease, it means ignorance for us. If one with great care, adhrat, and attention, take to Krishna consciousness, chanting the holy name and hearing Krishna's transcendental pastime, anudinam, every day, his ignorance will be destroyed and his tongue enabled to taste the sweetness of transcendental nature of Krishna and his paraphernalia. So two things, chant holy name and hear Krishna Katha. Krishna, pastime of Krishna means Krishna Leela, two things. Right? By these two things in Krishna consciousness, holy chanting holy name and hearing Krishna Katha, then the ignorance will gradually be removed and natural taste for holy name will manifest. Such a recovery of spiritual health is possible only by regular cultivation of Krishna consciousness. Anudinam khalu jushta. Anudinam khalu jushta means every day cultivating Krishna consciousness regularly. And what is in Krishna consciousness cultivation? Chanting holy name and hearing Krishna Katha. Now this first paragraph is over. Okay? Again, just this information. So what is in the second paragraph? Disease condition and healthy condition of the soul. So now we are discussing this. Paragraph number 2. When a man in the material world takes more interest in the materialistic way of life than in Krishna consciousness, he is considered to be disease condition. So what is the disease condition? Number 1. Right, number 1 is man is more interested in materialistic way of life than Krishna consciousness. Number 2, or before number 2, The normal condition is to maintain to remain an eternal servant of Krishna. Jivera Swarup hai Krishna Nityadas. This is a healthy condition of the soul. What is the healthy condition of the soul? Eternal servant of Krishna. And the verse, Jivera Swarup hai Krishna Nityadas. This is a healthy condition. And what is the disease condition? Taking more interest in materialistic things and less interest in Krishna consciousness. This healthy condition is lost when the living entity, now write number 2, disease condition number 2. What is number 2? When the living entity forget Krishna due to being attracted by material features of Krishna's Maya energy. So the first line is number 1, disease, and third line is number 2, disease condition. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Okay, number 2 is okay. Second disease condition. Now number 3. This world of Maya is called Durashriya, which means false or bad shelter. It means in disease condition, the conditioned soul takes shelter of Maya, which is Durashriya. So we have 3. And maybe 4. One who puts his faith in Durashya, means material energy, Maya, become candidate for hoping against hope, which means he is always in the material world. So here is a little information on the chart. Healthy condition, Jivera Swarupa Krishna Nityadas. How one becomes disease, forget Krishna, being attracted by the external feature of Maya. Result, disease condition, more interest in materialistic way of life. You see, the whole paragraph is now in a chart. Normal condition, reason for disease, forgetful of Krishna. Result, more interest in materialistic life. Paragraph number 2. The material world, in the material world, everyone is trying to become happy. And although their material attempts are befouled in every day due to their naissance, they cannot understand their mistake. So now, Srila Prabhupada is coming to explain the word avidya, or ignorance. In the material world, everyone is trying to become happy because he is ignorant of Krishna's message in Bhagavad Gita, Dukhalyam, Ashashvatam. This world is full of miseries, but he is trying to find out happiness in this world. So, he is in ignorance. And although their material attempts are befouled in every day we see failure of some other person, some friend, some relative. Somebody is failing every day. Why? Due to the naissance, because of ignorance. They cannot understand their mistakes. Because to mistake is human, to error is human. People try to rectify one mistake by another mistake. The milk was in the pot and some rat fell in the milk. So boy called the mother, there's a rat in the milk, say put the cat. So cat will eat the rat. But now there's a big cat in the milk. This is what it means. We have one mistake and we want to do the second mistake to treat the first mistake. This is in a medical science. You give the medicine, cure one symptom, and then there's a side effect of the medicine, have a second disease. So, curing the disease by another disease. Any good example you can give? People try to rectify one mistake by other mistake. In your own life, you have some experience like that? How the people do that?
It's like we are using AC.
Huh?
It's like we are using AC to control the temperature in the room. But alternately, we are increasing the temperature of the environment.
What we saying, like we are using AC to control the temperature in the room,
But outward, we are increasing the temperature of the environment.
which is causing global warming, like increasing the.
Which is causing global warming. So we are getting benefit and the people one sitting outside is getting more heat. It means one person's food is a poison for other person. It's like that. But you say in a different way, we think we are in a cold weather, but as soon as you go out, your ignorance is immediately apparent that no, temporarily you were in a room, therefore cold, go outside and see it's hot. Again, somebody else give good example, treating, rectifying mistake by another mistake. In England, sometime there was a plague, and they saw so many rats, so they killed the rats. Actually, it was by the rats, and good, it was needed, cats were good, but they killed the cats and disease increased. So this was the treating one disease with another disease.
Similar example, I heard in China, there were these Chinese people in some particular region, there was abundance of sparrows or pigeons which were eating too much of crops. So what they did was they killed the pigeons or the sparrows, and after that the pests increased because the sparrows or the pigeons they rely on the pests. So then they realized we did a big mistake by killing off the pigeons or the sparrows, which naturally control the pests.
They were they were eating the pest, but now they are no more there. So pests are destroying more than the pigeons. Some other thing in your own life, some experience? I did a mistake and I want to cover that with another mistake.
They were creating highways to control traffic, but now they are traffic ordinance.
What's that?
Highways to control traffic, but now they are traffic ordinance.
So Namaji is saying we created highways to control traffic, but there's a lot of traffic issue on highways now.
So Srila Prabhupada used to say, we have motorcycles, but there are so many accidents. People are not dying so quickly, but now they are killed every day. And we wanted to go fast, but now the traffic jam is another problem.
Another thing also is find like agriculture. So agriculture that deal with the subject make more like ends, putting pesticides and chemicals, and that is the problem creating now in unhealthy conditions.
So problem is there's not much crop coming from the natural agriculture. So people put pesticide and they put some urea and some other chemicals. So there is a more production of the crop along with the disease, which after consuming that. Okay.
Related to this, genetically modified vegetables, so they inserted some genes to control the pest, thinking that we will not use, there is no use of pesticides or insecticides. But what they realized later is that consumption of this genetically modified foods was causing some health issues. So I heard a few years back, Indian government banned genetically modified brinjal and some other recipes.
Particularly the seeds coming from America, you can grow, you will get a good crop, but the next year you cannot use that seeds for next cultivation, because that seed is only for one life. They are genetically, in the Indian system, every farmer keeps some grain for next year for, again sowing it but this European American seeds are useless after one time. You cannot use it again. But because they want to buy from them. So many things. Prabhupada is writing one line. We rectify one mistake by another mistake. There are good examples. Still, you look in, you will find. This is the way of the struggle for existence in the material world. This is the way of struggle for existence in the material world. If one in this condition is advised to take to Krishna consciousness and be happy, he does not accept such instruction. Why? Because they are under the influence of ignorance. Ignorance about their own healthy condition of the soul. They are ignorant about the healthy condition of soul. So second paragraph is over. There are two conditions, healthy condition and disease condition. And the cause of disease is forgetfulness of Krishna. And the result is more material activities and the influence of Maya. And because of that there is a durashriya, wrong shelter. And because of that we correct one mistake by another mistake. And this is the philosophy of materialistic people. What is that called? Struggle for existence. Now paragraph number 3. What is in paragraph number 3 and 4? Krishna consciousness, the remedy for the gross ignorance. So ignorance is forgetfulness of Krishna. Ignorance is a disease condition of a soul. Now what remedy is only Krishna consciousness. This Krishna conscious movement is being spread all over the world just to remedy this gross ignorance. Gross ignorance of disease condition of conditioned soul. People in general are misled by blind leaders. From where Srila Prabhupada is writing this one line. People in general are misled by blind leaders. 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj says, Andha niya andham. If the blind leads the other, they both fall in a ditch. This is a verse in a 7th canto of Bhagavatam. Huh? Andha upaniya. Yeah, this is the verse. Better you find out the verse and write down in the corner. Prabhupada has written from Bhagavatam, 7th canto, and Prahlad Maharaj is saying which verse you find it out. The leaders of the human society, who are the leaders? Politicians, philosophers and scientists. The politicians are for the management, philosophers are for the education, and scientists are for the intellectuals. They are misleading them. They are blind. Why? Because they are not Krishna conscious. Why they are blind? Somebody found that verse? 7? 7 should be somewhere Sixth chapter?
Bhagavad Gita.
Sixth chapter, most probably 6 or 7.
Krishna says there, knowledge is covered by ignorance. Is that the
Andha opaniya andam. The blind leading the blind both fall in ditch. Find out the verse. Which are the leaders of the human society? Politicians, philosophers and scientists. Why they are blind? Because they are not Krishna conscious. Found the verse? 7, 5, 30.
नाते विदुषां ज्योतिनि विष्णु दुराश्रये भये मानना अंधा यथांध रूपीयमाना इसते भी शत्रुमा चर्चा मरुदाग्नि पत्ता
Srimad Bhagavatam 7, 5, 35, 31. न तद्विदो स्वार्थ गति में विष्णु दुराश्य ये बाहर अर्थ माने न अंधा यथा अंधे उपनीयमानास ते अपीशः तंत्रयाम उरुदामनि बद्धाः. Now see why this verse came in Prabhupada's mind, durasya. The previous word, that word durasya. So this one word durasya, immediately Prabhupada, his in mind this verse came. And then he is paraphrasing this verse. So you write this, people in general are misled by blind leaders, verse number 7, 5, 31. Here Shilpa in purport Srila Prabhupada is speaking about blind teachers. So it's okay? According to Bhagavad Gita, because they are bereft of all factual knowledge due to their atheistic way of life, they are actually sinful rascal and are lowest among mankind. Now Prabhupada is quoting Bhagavad Gita verse. Which verse is this? I think it is here. Namam dushkartino moodaha prapadyante naradhama maya pratagyana ashurim bhavamashrita. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake in the atheistic nature of demon, do not surrender unto me. So from Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada is going to Bhagavad Gita. He is trying to show us what is ignorance and who are ignorant people. Purpose of this, the Krishna conscious movement. Now, what is in our book is the purpose of Krishna conscious movement. The remedy to set right the world enveloped with gross ignorance. There is a line in our book. What is the line in our book? The remedy is the next line is the remedy. After this verse, what is in what? Such a seven, 5, 6, 7. Seven paragraph Duskirtano. Such people never surrender to Krishna. They are opposed to endeavor of those who wish to take Krishna's shelter. When such atheists become leaders of the society, okay, so remedy will come.
It comes in this paragraph.
After that,
No, it's here in the same paragraph. It says the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the only remedy for setting the world aright.
Oh, this is the beginning. The beginning up, huh?
In the middle.
This Hare Krishna movement is being spread all over the world. This remedy, this grass ignorance, right? So we have to read from above, right? People in general are misled by blind leaders. How? How everybody's. The Krishna conscious movement is especially meant for creating atmosphere. So how Krishna conscious movement will remedy this ignorance of the whole world? By creating an atmosphere in which people can take part in chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So they are upside down, it appears. How will they do that? By sending Sankirtan parties. This is the next page. This is the next page. Let us read from the book right now for a while. Let's see. So the leaders of the human society, the politicians, philosophers, and scientists are blind because they are not Krishna conscious. According to Bhagavad Gita, this we have done. Now such people never surrender to Krishna, and they oppose the endeavor of those who wish to take to Krishna's shelter. They don't take and they don't allow others to take. When such atheists become leaders of society, the entire atmosphere is surcharged with nuisance. In such a condition, people do not become very enthusiastic to receive the Krishna conscious movement, just as a diseased person suffering from jaundice does not relish the taste of sugar candy. However, one must know that for jaundice, sugar candy is the only specific medicine. Similarly, in the present confused state of humanity, Krishna consciousness, the chanting of the holy name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, is the only remedy for setting the world all right. Is remedy. The purpose of Krishna conscious movement is to remedy. There is only the remedy to set the world all right. How? Next line. Although Krishna consciousness may not be palatable for a diseased person, Srila Rupa Goswami nonetheless advised that if one wants to be cured of the material disease, he must take to it with great care and attentions. Anadrad anudinam. One begins this treatment by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, because by chanting this holy name, the Lord, a person in the material condition will be relieved from all misconception. Cheto Darpanamarjanam. Avidya is misconception about one's spiritual identity. Provide the foundation of ahankar or false ego within the heart. Achha, they are most important part. Now, this is something is a advice given apart from, because next is the second paragraph. So the purpose of Krishna conscious movement is to remedy sin. Purpose is remedy to say, this is a remedy only to set right world enveloped with gross ignorance. How? The Krishna conscious movement is specially meant for creating an atmosphere in which people can take part in chanting Hare Krishna mantra. How? By sending Sankirtan parties. Such people, now again what we have read is again, such people never surrender to Krishna, and they oppose the endeavor of those who wish to take to Krishna's shelter. When such atheists become leaders of the society, the entire atmosphere is surcharged with nuisance. In such a condition, people do not become very enthusiastic to receive this Krishna conscious movement, just as a diseased person suffering from jaundice, same thing just we read. However, one must know that for jaundice, sugar candy is the only specific medicine. Similarly, in the present confused state of humanity, Krishna conscious chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, only remedy for setting the world all right. Although Krishna consciousness may not be very palatable for a diseased person, Srila Rupa Goswami Nandil has advised that if one wants to be cured of material disease, he must take to it with great care and attention. One begins this treatment by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because by chanting this holy name of the Lord, a person is in a material condition will be relieved from misconception. And then the Cheto Darpan Marjanam, Chetana. Avidya or misconception about one's spiritual identity provides foundation for ahankar. Because of misconception, means I am body, I am not soul. Since I am body, there is a false ego. So what is false ego? We don't know I am soul. So I am body, I belong to this country, I am this or that. That is all false ego. So false ego is due to ignorance of one's spiritual identity. Now here is something to teach. How Mahamaya Shakti covered the Jiva. So soul covered by ignorance. And this ignorance is Mahamaya. It has two functions, covering potency and bewildering potency. So Maya has two functions. Covering is called Avaran Atmik. Covering technically is called Avaran, means covering. Avaran Atmik means covering. And Vikshep means bewildering. Vikshep is a Sanskrit word for bewildering. Now example given here is man watching a movie in the theater. This is a very common example we give about the Maya. When somebody goes in the theater to watch a movie, he goes always with some near and dear, not alone, always with some friend or wife or husband. But as soon as the cinema hall is full, what is the first thing they do? Turn lights off. It means covering everything. You don't know who is with you. Don't see him. That is avaran atmik, adhyan. And then what they do? On a screen they start a film. And you identify with that film, so much so that you cry when some hero or heroine is in danger. And there's nothing is there. Nobody is dead. They are earning money by acting. And we are spending money and crying there. Right? That is the function of Maya. Along with us, each living entity, Krishna came accompanying as a super soul, our well-wishing friend. But Maya has done the whole blackout. We don't see Krishna. And in the screen of this world, Maya has created a cinema which goes till 60 year, 70 year, 80 year. This is my home, this is my family, this is my business. This whole film is continuing. We are happy, we are suffering. And one day when this body finishes, film finishes, only we see sitting next to us is super soul. So when the film was over after 3 hours, we don't see anything on the screen, only the person sitting next, he will take us out. So only super soul. So Maya cover the super soul, who is our well-wisher, and show us the material relationship and bind us in that. So these are the two functions of Maya. Similarly, child watching the horror movie, he become completely, fearful like anything, run away from there, because there is the influence of Vikshep. Now we are going to the next paragraph. Paragraph number 5. The real disease is in the heart. Now we are again on the same format, right? So real disease in the heart. And the heart and mind is one interchangeable in this language. If the mind is cleansed, which means heart is cleansed. However, if consciousness is cleansed, 3. Heart includes mind and consciousness both. A person cannot be harmed by material disease. So heart is a place where there is a soul, and soul has a consciousness, but the soul is covered by subtle body, and the mind is most important part of that. Mind is most important part of subtle body, which cover the soul. So mind needs to be cleansed, consciousness needs to be cleaned, then the heart is cleaned. To cleanse the mind and heart from all misconception, one should take to this chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. This is both easy and beneficial. Easy means you can practice it easily. Beneficial means it cure the disease of ignorance. By chanting the holy name of Lord, one is immediately freed from the blazing fire of material existence, sansara davanana. So material world is, 2 comparisons are common for material world. Number 1, it is an ocean. And second, it is a forest fire. Because both cannot be overcome by one's personal endeavor. Ocean you cannot swim, you need some help. And forest fire you cannot extinguish, you need some help. So both 2 comparison for the material world, either ocean or forest fire. Now avidya, misconception about one's spiritual identity, paragraph number 5, leads to what? See on the screen. It leads to false ego within the heart. This false ego, chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, cleans the mind and heart of all misconception. So what is misconception? False ego. From where it is coming? Ignorance. Ignorance, okay? Because of avidya or ignorance, the influence of the Maya, there is false ego of our identity, and the cure is chanting Hare Krishna, because mind and heart are cleared from misconception of identity. Now paragraph number 6. There are 3 stages in chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Offensive stage, the stage of lessening offenses, and the pure stage. When the neophyte beginner takes to chanting Hare Krishna mantra, he generally commits many offenses. There are 10 basic offenses, and if the devotee avoids these, he can glimpse the next stage, means lessening offenses, which is situated between the offensive stage and pure stage. When one attends the pure stage, he is immediately liberated from misconception, from avidya. He is situated in his spiritual healthy condition. This is called Bhava Mahadavagne Nirvapanam. All the forest fire is extinguished, finished. How? By cleaning process of the heart. How? By chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra without offenses and reaching to the pure stage of chanting. As soon as one is liberated from the blazing fire of material existence, he can relish the taste of transcendental life, ruchi. So he will reach to the stage of ruchi. Now, the holy name is very sweet for him because his disease is cured. And what was the disease? Ignorance and false ego and misconception within the heart. Three stages of chanting, para 6. Offensive stage, 10 offenses. The stage of lessening offenses between offensive stage and the pure stage. And the pure stage, liberated from blazing fire of material existence, relish the taste of the transcendental life. So usually most of us are in the middle stage. We have not reached the pure stage, but we know the offenses, we are trying to avoid the offenses. So most of the devotees are in the middle stage. In the intermediate stage, the stage of lessening offenses.
This intermediate stage that is being talked about, Nama, is it Namabhas?
It's not given like that. Namabhas means we don't know the potency of the name, but we chant name without offense. This is not our practice because we know the name, whose name we are chanting. So Namabhas means you don't know it is a holy name. And you have no offense, so that give liberation. It's not Namabhas.
So this stage that is being talked about, where can it lead to in the 9 stages of bhakti? The intermediate.
This is Anarth Nivarti stage.
It can only take
Anarth Nivarti. This is Anarth Nivarti stage. Bhajan kiya is there because we are chanting and we are listening the offenses. Now paragraph number 7 to 10. 7. Conclusion is that in order to get freed from the material disease, one must take to the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. The Krishna conscious movement is especially meant for creating an atmosphere in which the people can take to chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. Is this there? No? Okay. One must begin with faith, Adav Sharda. When this faith is increased by chanting, a person can become a member of society, which means sadhu sangha. We are sending Sankirtan parties all over the world, and they are experiencing that even the remotest part of the world, where there is no knowledge of Krishna, Hare Krishna mantra attract thousands of men to our camp. In some areas, people begin to imitate the devotees by shaving their heads and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra only a few days after hearing the Mahamantra. This may be imitative, but imitation of good thing is desired. Some imitators gradually become interested in being initiated by the spiritual master, Bhajan Kriya, and offer themselves for initiation. So first was the Shraddha, second was the Sadhu Sangha coming in the camp, and third is Bhajan Kriya. If one is sincere, he is initiated, and this stage is called Bhajan Kriya. One then actually engage in the service of the Lord by regularly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra 16 rounds daily and refraining from the illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating and gambling. By Bhajan Kriya, one attains the freedom from contamination of material life. That is Anarth Nivarti. He no longer goes to the, what are the anarthas? General. He no longer goes to the restaurant or hotel to taste so-called palatable dishes made with meat and onion, nor does he care to smoke, drink tea or coffee. They are the beginning of the unearthed nivritti. He not only refrained from illicit sex but avoids sex life entirely. Nor is he interested in wasting his time in speculating or gambling. Paragraph number 8. In this way, it is to be understood that one is becoming cleansed of unwanted things, unearthed nivritti. The word unearthed refers to unwanted things. And unearths are vanquished when one becomes attached to Krishna conscious movement. What is in the Krishna conscious movement that help unearths to be minimized? Question.
Chanting and hearing Krishna.
Chanting and hearing Krishna Katha. Some verse you can quote that this give rise to the unearthed nivritti? Everybody know this. Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shlokir bhaktir bhavati nashtaki. Yes, by regularly hearing sincerely and with faith Bhagavatam, almost all anarthas are destroyed up to 90%. This is the best way to overcome unearthed nivritti. Very easy. Paragraph number 9. When a person is relieved from unwanted things, he becomes fixed in executing Krishna's activity. That's called nishtha. Fixed means nishtha. So he reaches to the stage of nishtha. Indeed, he becomes attached to such activities and experience ecstasy in executing devotional service, which means he gets ruchi. And attached means asakti. Ruchi and asakti. This is called ruchi and asakti, and then Prabhupada immediately going to the ecstasy, which means bhav. What is bhav? Bhav is the preliminary awakening of Dharma and love of God. Like before sun rises, there is a light that is like bhav. Bhav is the early stage of sunrise. So now soon sun will rise. So that is a bhav bhakti. Thus the conditioned soul becomes free from material existence and loses interest in bodily concept of life, including material opulences, material knowledge, and material attraction of all variety. Thus, the conditioned soul becomes freed from material existence. What is material existence? Lose interest in bodily concept of life. And what is bodily concept of life? Which includes opulence, which means economical development. Material knowledge, he fills his brain with that knowledge. And material attraction for all variety is freed from all that. At such a time one can understand who the Supreme Personality of Godhead is and what is Maya is. Now he is at the stage when he knows Krishna and he knows Krishna's Maya. Paragraph number 10. Although Maya may be present, it cannot disturb a devotee once he attains the Bhav stage. At the stage of Bhav, still there is a trace of offense. Usually it is Vaishnava aparadha. At the stage of Bhav Bhakti, there is a little trace. Jad Bharat, the Maharaj Bharat was at the stage of Bhav Bhakti. But because of attraction to the deer, he took 2 more life. Chitraketu was at the Bhav stage, but he offended Parvati and become Vritasur. He was already Bhava Bhakti stage. This is because the devotee can see the real position of Maya. Because now Maya is not going to disturb him, because you know what is Maya. Maya means forgetfulness of Krishna. And forgetfulness of Krishna and Krishna consciousness stand side by side, like light and shadow. If you are in Krishna consciousness, you are away from Maya. If you are in Maya, you are away from Krishna. If you are in shadow, you are in Maya. If you are in light, you are in Krishna consciousness. They are side by side. If one remains in shadow, he cannot enjoy the facilities offered by light. And if one remains in light, he cannot be disturbed by the darkness of shadow. By taking to Krishna consciousness, one gradually becomes liberated and remain in light. Indeed, he does not even touch the darkness. It's confirmed Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishna Surya Sama Maya hai andhakar. Yaha Krishna taha Maya ra adhikar. Nahi Maya ra adhikar. Krishna is compared to sunshine and Maya is compared to darkness. When there is sunshine, there is no darkness. As soon as one takes to Krishna consciousness, the darkness of illusion, the influence of the external energy will immediately vanish. Now these are the stages on the board. Shraddha, it begins with Shraddha. Freedom from continuing. Okay. Next stage becomes interested in Krishna consciousness and become a member. That is more or less sadhu sangha. And then he take initiation. Engage oneself in the service of the Lord by chanting and following regulative principles, bhajan kiya. Then he no longer goes to hotel or restaurant or taste for palatable. This is still bhajan kiya, but is leading further to unearth nivarti. Freedom from contamination of the material life, becoming cleansed of the unwanted things. And what are the unwanted things? We have the list just.
The yamas. For regulations.
He not only refrained from listening, okay, nor is he interested in wasting time in speculating and gambling. Unearth nivarti. This is the cleaning stage. He become his bodily concept of life, no interest, he lose interest in bodily concept of life, including material opulence, material knowledge, and material attraction of all variety. Then he knows, okay, going to our chart. So unearth nivarti and then nishta, becoming fixed in execution of Krishna consciousness. Then ruchi and asakti, attached to executing Krishna conscious activities. And then at the stage of bhav, experience ecstasy in executing devotional service. The preliminary awakening of the Dharma love of Godhead, become free from material existence, lose interest in bodily concept of life, including material opulence. Understand who the Supreme Person of Godhead is and who his Maya is. Maya cannot disturb a devotee example sun and darkness. And that leads to Krishna Prem. Here our verse number 7 is over. Now you can, if you want, you can half an hour discuss this verse. And there are 3 questions in your question bank. Now we have, it's not the right thing. Oh. This is the last verse for sadhan bhakti, verse number 8. We are reading this and then we will discuss for half an hour anything from the first verse to 7 verses. Tannama rupa charita disukirtanano smrtayo hakramena rasana manasi niyojaya Tishtan vrje tad anuragi jana anugami kalam naeda akhilam iti upadeshasaram Tannama charita disukirtanano Smrtyo kramishtan vrje tad anuragi jana anugami Kalam naeda akhilam iti upadesha saram. Now in this verse again you just look for a few minutes and see how many words you know. The word tanna, when there is a word tanna, it means Supreme Lord. Tat tanna means Supreme Lord. Tat means Supreme. Tat means that Supreme. Nam, Roop, Charitadi, you know. Name, form, and Charita, pastime. Kirtan and then Sukirtan. It means nice Kirtan. Sukirtana Anu. Anu means following in the footstep of previous acharyas. Smrtayo, you know? Remembering. So remembering kramena, one by one, stage by stage. Rasna for rasna. Rasna means? Abhi humne padha tha. Just we read rasna. Tongue. Right? So tongue is for Sukirtan. With tongue we will do Kirtan. And Smrtayo Mansa. With mind we will remember. With tongue we will do Kirtan. So far, chanting holy name, we should use tongue for nice Kirtan. For form, we remember in mind the form of Krishna. Tongue will not see the form. The mind will see the form with the eye of mind. Charitadi, also in a mind, in a heart. So there are two things, tongue and mind should be engaged in Kirtan and remembrance. Okay? And then where should I Stay Tishtam Birje, come and live in Vrindavan. Tad Anuragi means, Tad means Krishna, Tad means Vrindavan. Anuragi means those who are attached to Krishna. Those who are eternal associate of Krishna from Golok Vrindavan. And they are technically called Rag Atmik Bhakta. Rag Atmik Bhakta. This is your nectar of devotion. Rag Atmik Bhakta. Jan Anugami means follow in their footsteps. When you follow in footstep of original associate of Krishna in Golok Dham, then your following is called Rag Anuga Sadhana Bhakti. You become Rag Anuga and you follow Rag Atmik. When somebody follow Rag Atmik Bhakta, then he is called Rag Anuga Bhakta. Is it clear? Who is Rag Atmik? Krishna's eternal associate of only Golok Vrindavan. Not Mathura, not Dwarka. Only Vrindavan. Only Vrindavan. And he is eternal associate and he is called Rag Atmik. And if we follow him, then we are called Rag Anuga. Kalam Niyat Akhilam, then spend your all time for doing two things, meditate and chant holy name. Meditate with mind and chant with tongue. Iti Upadesha, this is the essence of all instruction. Now I am reading the translation. The essence of all advice, Upadesha Saram. All is Akhilam. Iti Akhilam Upadesha Saram. Is that one should utilize Niyat, Niyojya, Niyat. One's full time 24 hours a day, Akhilam, Kalam, Akhilam. And nicely chanting and remembering Sukkirtanano Sumrtayoho Karmena. The Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities and eternal pastime, Tannam Rupa Charitadi. Thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. Rasana Manasi Nyojya. In this way one should reside in Braj, Golok Vrindavan Dham. Tishtam Brje, and serve Krishna under the guidance of a devotee, Tad Anuragi Jana. One should follow in the footsteps of Lord's beloved devotees, Anugami, who is deeply attached to his devotional service, Tad Anuragi. All the words of the verse are in the translation. This we'll do, I think, on a Monday. Not a Monday, Monday.
Sunday.
Sunday there's a class?
Yes.
Why? Sunday class? You can finish now. There are only 5 paragraphs. Okay, I think we have to do again, then we are leaving it here. Now we'll discuss something about what we have done till now.
On Sunday, you will be class in the second half. On Sunday.
Hare Krishna. Now what we can do is we can discuss some bank questions, okay? वो नहीं आया आज? No, sir. Yes, what is your question?
I have a confusion.
Huh?
I have a confusion.
You are confused? About what?
So on one hand, this stages from Shraddha to Prema can only be experienced experienced by a bhakti yogi. But we are not yet pure bhakti yogis because our bhakti is mixed with karma.
We are following, most of the devotees in ISKCON are at bhajan kiya stage. They have faith, therefore they joined the movement. They took initiation, so they started bhajan kriya. They are associated with devotees. So Adho Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha and bhajan kriya is an already process. But we are in a stage of unearthed nivarti. Unwanted things are still there. Though we are doing it, but still 95% of the devotees are in unearthed nivarti stage. They are trying to overcome the obstacles. And once one is free from unearthed nivarti, then he has a firm faith, nishtha, ruchi, asakti is very quick. And then the bhav will be awakened. So this takes time. We don't have a taste for holy name now, because we are doing it mechanically, because the heart is still contaminated with ignorance. Still the disease is not cured. We are not in a pure stage, healthy stage of the soul. We are in a still disease stage of the soul. But we are chanting Hare Krishna, it means we are in the middle stage of chanting. Not with offenses, not pure, but in between. Listening offense, that is what our stage is. It's okay?
Yes.
So generally speaking, Adho Shraddha is most important. We should have a firm faith in chanting holy name and in following the rules and regulation of Krishna conscious movement. And this only is possible. First we come in contact with some devotee and we have some faith, it just come out. Then we come in company of the devotee, that is sadhu, first sadhu sangha. Faith and sadhu sangha. Then with that sadhu sangha we will know about a spiritual master and prepare to take initiation. Then there is a second sadhu sangha. And then bhajan kriya starts. And then bhajan kriya we chant holy name and engage in service of Krishna, hearing Bhagavatam, and then we are in this stage of unearthed nivarti. This stage takes more time.
So the process of bhajan kriya continues eternally.
Yeah, bhajan kriya is there, but it must lead us to unearthed nivarti and go further. Same, then the chanting will be pure. At unearthed nivarti is still with anartha, with its offensive chanting. Then the chanting will be in between, and then by up till asakti, the chanting is getting purified. After asakti, bhav, pure chanting starts.
But the bhajan kriya will be there till the end of this.
Bhajan kriya means chanting holy name in a pure stage will continue.
Will continue.
Yeah, it's now is offensive, then less offense, and then pure. So offensive is in Adho Shraddha, bhajan kriya. Then after nishtha, it is lessening offenses. When we reach to bhav, it is pure. So bhajan kriya will continue, but these stages are three. Beginning stage with offenses. After nishtha, this stage is with lessening offenses, and then bhav is a pure chanting. So generally it's like that. Shraddha, we begin bhajan kriya, there are offenses. Nishtha, offenses lessened. Bhav, offenses finished, pure chanting. So bhajan kriya will continue. So from the verse number 7, we have 3 questions. Explain 3 stages of chanting of holy name of the Lord. Is it clear to everybody? Offensive chanting with 10 offenses in the beginning. Lessening offenses by avoiding 10 offenses to the holy name. And then pure chanting when one is free from all the offenses and develop taste for holy name and reach the stage of bhava. Next question. Describe the progressive stage of bhakti as described in the purport of text 7. Ado Shardha At Sadhu Sangha Bhajan Kriya Anarth Nivarti Nishta Ruchi Asakti Bhav and Prem. All these we have this chart, and I think you must have get this. Our Jagjivan has all these slides. You can share with all the devotees. Okay? So you will have all this for your reference. Third question. What is the symptom of a material disease? Explain the related analogy of person suffering from the jaundice, including the remedy and the result of implementing it. What are the symptoms of material disease? We have calculated 3 or 4. Remember, number 1, disease stage of soul, number 1 is more material activities, less spiritual activities. Number 2, forget Krishna. Forgetful of Krishna. Number 3, Durasya. He has taken shelter of the Maya, wrong shelter. And the last was hoping against the hope. So these are material disease, okay? And then explain the related analogy of person suffering from jaundice. So person suffering from jaundice has no taste for sugar cane, but his treatment is sugar cane. Because his tongue is affected, so he don't taste sugar candy as sweet, he tastes as a bitter. Therefore, the only remedy is to drink more and more sugar juice. And by drinking more and more, his disease is completely cured, and he will taste the sweetness of the sugar. Similarly, and by coming in contact with Krishna consciousness and by chanting holy name, the heart is purified, mind is purified, conscious is purified, cheto darpan marjanam. And then he will not be interested in any material things outside, restaurant and all these things. He is free from all these things, and his stage of unearthed nivarti will be over, and then he will develop nishta, ruchi, and then asakti, and then at the stage of bhav, the result will be completely freedom from material way of life, material knowledge, material opulence. These are 4 or 5 things at the bhavi bhakti. So this is the answer for this question. Is it clear? If you write today, then you will remember. If you tomorrow you forget many things. Today write the answer for this. Now going to verse number 6. How is it disastrous to deal with Vaishnava based on his external appearance? How is it dangerous to deal with a Vaishnava based on his external appearance? In verse number 6, find out the exact wordings. It will be of Vaishnava aparad. The word will be Vaishnava aparad. Find out. And this is like a mad elephant. And it will destroy the whole creeper of devotion. Find out. If you find these lines somewhere, this is the answer. You found it? Vaishnava aparad on the left. Okay? Is it clear? Exactly like that? Okay, next. Explain the analogy of bubbles, foam, mud in the Ganga. In rainy season, there are these things. Similarly, the Vaishnava may have deformities in the body, disease, infirmity, or low caste, birth and a low caste. They are not obstacles. Like Ganga is considered pure even with all these contaminations. Vaishnava is also considered pure even if he has bodily deformity, disease, infirmity and something like that. Well, again the same thing, the next question has come. Why has Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described offense at the lotus feet of Vaishnava as the mad elephant offense? And the last is also most important. So verse number 6. So 6 warnings. If we consider the bodily defects of a Vaishnava, we should understand that we are committing an offense at his lotus feet, Vaishnava Aparadha. An offense at the lotus feet of Vaishnava is very serious. Indeed, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has described this offense as Hathi Mata, the mad elephant. The mad elephant can create a disaster, especially when it enters into the nicely trimmed garden. One should therefore be very careful not to commit any offense against a Vaishnava. So the first and the third are more or less same. It doesn't show any dangerous thing. Now, this is something again I am reading. One should therefore avoid observing a pure Vaishnava externally, but try to see the internal feature, understand how he is engaged in the transcendental service of Lord. In this way, one can avoid seeing the pure devotee from material point of view, and thus one can gradually become purified devotee himself. Now, last question is important. See the last question of the verse number 6. What are the 4 offensive behavior towards advanced Vaishnava? Last paragraph. Go to the last paragraph. So, when one thus criticizes a pure devotee, he commits an offense, Vaishnava Aparadha, and that is very obstructive and dangerous for those who desire to advance in Krishna consciousness. A person cannot derive any spiritual benefit when he offends the lotus feet of a Vaishnava. Everyone should therefore be careful not to of an empowered Vaishnava or a Shuddha Vaishnava. It is also an offense to consider an empowered Vaishnava object of disciplinary action. It is offense to try to give him advice. These are the 4 things. Okay? Find out these 4 things for advanced Vaishnava.
Four defects of one's behavior. So it is first line of the verse. This verse.
What?
Swabhava, Jantar, Bhakrata, and Dosha. 4 total offenses. The first line of this verse, sir, verse 6, sir, are the 4 types of oppressive behavior.
Birth.
Verse of this, first line of this verse. First line of this verse.
What page, what you are saying, Prabhu? Page number?
दुष्टा स्वभावजनिते
That's right, but page number, what you are asking me, page number?
He's saying
Page number 60?
First translation,
First line of first verse, sir.
translation of this verse.
No.
no, he's saying first line of the text, Rishite Swabhav
Page number what, 50, 60?
First line of the 36. 16.
66?
60.
60? So, 60, being situated in his original Krishna conscious position, a pure devotee does not identify with body. Such as devotee should not be seen from materialistic point. It means this is the Uttam Adhikari Bhakta. He is Uttam Adhikari. It's the advanced Vaishnava. Being situated in his original Krishna conscious pure position, a pure devotee does not identify with the body because he is Uttam Bhakta. Such a devotee should not be seen from materialist point of view. Indeed, one should overlook the devotees having body born in low family, body with a bad complexion or deformed body or disease or infant body. According to our vision, such imperfection may be seen prominent in the body of a pure devotee. So what is your question?
She is saying, this, whatever you read now, if one does this, those are the 4, that is the answer to the question.
No, 4 is in the last page.
Is that your, that's your question?
No, answer is in the last page. This is the answer and the page number 55 and 65, 50, 65 and 66. Say Mahabhagavad, where is the Mahabhagavad? Eh? They try to criticize us in every respect. We very much regret their an empowered person who is actually engaged in confident service of Lord should not be treated as an ordinary human being. For it is stated, unless one is empowered by Krishna, one cannot spread Krishna conscious movement. When one criticizes a pure devotee, number one. He commits Vaishnava offense, Vaishnava aparadh. That is very obstructive and dangerous for those who desire to advance in Krishna consciousness. A person cannot derive any spiritual benefit. Number 2, everyone should therefore be very careful not to be jealous of an empowered Vaishnava or a Shuddha Vaishnava. Number 3, it is also offensive to consider the empowered Vaishnava an object of disciplinary action. And number 4, it is offensive to try to give advice to or to correct him. These are the 4. Now verse number 5. Huh?
Objective disciplinary succession.
Objective?
Disciplinary action.
Objective of disciplinary action. The third one. What is
You
it?
cannot initiate for 6 months the disciplinary action. You cannot give classes in the temple. There are some people still in this ISKCON, They are sannyasi, but because they are now disciplined, they have a disciplinary action. They cannot give class in the temple. This is called disciplinary action. So I think our time is over, but verse number 5. 5 questions. Explain the characteristic feature of the 3 kinds of devotee, Kanishta, Madhyam and Uttam. How should one approach them? Why it is important to distinguish among the 3 levels of devotees and deal with them accordingly. Why? Srila Prabhupada writes, one should not remain a Kanishta Adhikari, one who is situated on the lowest platform of devotion. What essential activity must one form in order to attain Madhyama stage? Explain the characteristic feature of Prakritik Sahajya. Explain the importance of Diksha in spiritual life. So, you have written these questions, answer to these questions. Tomorrow, next time I come, we'll have a time, we'll discuss the other. So today we did 7 and 6. Next time we'll do 5, 4, 3 backward and 8 normally. So finish this quickly. Don't waste time. Do it quickly. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.